Hey y'all, this is Sam from the Roots of Change podcast, and we continue our conversation with Joe Cardillo about global organizing and learning from the left's approach against Bolsonaro, against Hungary, against so many other authoritarians across the globe. We did have a bit of a hiccup when we were recording, so this conversation is going to be in two parts. We're going to hear from Joe first, and then you're going to hear from me. When we recorded, Joe's piece didn't get fully recorded, and so there is a piece where it looks like I was just talking to a wall, having a very dynamic conversation with a wall. So hopefully this is now more actionable for you. One thing I really appreciate about this conversation is that Joe is really thoughtful about how we build strategies within different types of institutions, no matter where you are doing social change work. If you are working within the government, if you are working within higher education, if you are an activist on the ground, if you are a regular person walking around in the world, we have actionable solutions to help you feel engaged and like we are moving against these forces. One thing that we will talk about is how anxiety and overwhelm is designed to not make us act. But that anxiety really clears up once we do start acting and we start connecting and collaborating with other folks who really care about the same things. So I hope you enjoy today's conversation, and I hope you get some more actionable resources and tips for your daily work.
There's a lot that we can learn from the example of Hungary, both because Project 2025 and Trump's activities over the last few months are literally a blueprint from Viktor Orban in Hungary, and also a lot of the authoritarian activities that Orban has undertaken in Hungary are further along than what we have here. But we know that Trump admires him, and Orban is a close ally with Russia. They all sort of mimic other authoritarian figures like Bolsonaro and Brazil, et cetera. So they play off of each other, the global far right movement. And so the habits and norms and styles of creating chaos and then exploiting that chaos and anxiety is something that, they have done a lot of. And I think we can sort of, you know, I wouldn't say get ahead of, but we can sort of better understand both about how to deal with these attacks on our institutions and what messages might need to be heard. So, for example, we talk about kind of building a working class movement, building a pro democracy movement, building a pro labor movement. There's a lot of kind of overlap across that. And if you look at the opposition leader in Hungary, who is, I believe it's Peter Magyar, he said something like about Orban and these sort of power broker, authoritarian autocrat types and all the billionaires and oligarchs around him. He said they look down on and exploit the people. They stun and divide us and turn us against each other. In the meantime, they laugh arrogantly in our faces. And I think that messaging is really powerful. And in fact, I just did a little bit of kind of testing work on that in some of our, kind of misinformation, disinformation testing in my work.